figure, figure 11, 4 of 8 followed by an opposite direction, 1.5 rolls, half loop up. 3 of 2 on the top followed by a same direction, positive snap.
For Aresti family 9, the power catalog has 8 subfamilies. 9.1 is aileron rolls, 9.2 is 2-point rolls, 9.4 is 4-point rolls, 9.8 is 8-point rolls, 9.9 is positive snap rolls, 9.10 is negative snap rolls, 9.11 are upright spins, 9.12 are inverted spins. And the glider catalog also has a family 9.3 for 3-point rolls. All Family 9 rolls share the following common attributes. First, they are complementary elements and are always added to an Aresti basic figure from families 1, 5, 6, 7, or 8. A complementary roll may have up to 720 degrees of rotation. Where the catalog depiction of a basic figure allows the addition of a complementary roll element, more than one roll may be used in accordance with some rules described later. Where the catalog depiction of a basic figure shows that the aircraft orientation is changed from upright to inverted or inverted to upright, only a roll or rolls that implement that change may be used. All Family 9 spins share the following common attributes. These are all complementary elements and are always added to Aresti basic figures from families 1 or 8. Spins are always on vertical downlines. Spins may have up to 720 degrees of rotation. Where the catalog depiction of a basic figure allows the addition of a spin, a roll may follow the spin in accordance with some rules described later. Judging criteria. The roll rate during a roll or rolling segment of a point or hesitation roll must be constant. Each observed change of rate during a roll or point roll segment earns a score downgrade. But for hesitation or point rolls, where there are multiple short roll segments, the rate of roll for the second and subsequent roll segment need not be the same as the first or each other. The roll rate is expected to stop abruptly at each specified degree of rotation. Visibly slowing the roll rate just before the roll is stopped is a change in the roll rate and earns a score downgrade. Each roll or part roll is to stop precisely at the specified degree of rotation. Undershoot or overshoot, or bumping the point by going slightly past the specified stop point and then returning to the correct stop point, earns a score downgrade. Simple overshoot or undershoot earns a score downgrade of 1 point per 5 degrees. Each point of a hesitation roll can earn a score downgrade. Each observed bumping of a point earns a minimum of 0.5 points score downgrade. For 9.2, 9.3, 9.4, and 9.8 point or hesitation rolls, the hesitations between roll segments must be clearly visible and equal. These hesitations are not expected to be the same as the length of time as is used to execute each roll segment, and for high-performance airplanes will be longer. The length of the first hesitation sets the expected lengths of following hesitations. If there is a difference in the second, third, and subsequent hesitations, then each observed difference can earn a score downgrade. 9.1 aileron or slow rolls, 9.9 snap rolls, and 9.10 negative snap rolls must not stop before completing the specified rotation. If the roll stops and then resumes to complete the specified rotation, the competitor is judged as having flown a point or hesitation roll, which earns them a hard 0. All rolls must be flown to follow the flight path of the Aresti basic figure that they are placed on. So if the roll is on a line, the center of gravity of the aircraft must continue to move in the direction of that line. If the roll is on the curve of a looping figure, the execution of the roll must follow the curve of that looping figure. Judging spins. Spins must begin with the aircraft in level flight, and the judge must observe the nose pitch down, a wing drop into the direction of rotation, and the rotational yaw starting all at the same time. If one motion lags the others, it's a score downgrade. Spins must be observed to begin with a stall, indicated by the aircraft slowing and the nose pitching down. If a stall is not observed, the score is HZ. Spins must stop on the correct heading and pitch to the vertical down without a pause. Spins may be completed as an abrupt stop on heading and immediate pitch to the vertical, or may be completed by blending the stop on heading with the pitch to the vertical. When this latter method is executed by a competitor, a visible exit from auto rotation into a short roll to the exit heading is a score downgrade. When a spin is flown to exit auto rotation early and is completed with a roll, it's a score downgrade. If more than 90 degrees of roll is needed to complete that spin, the score is HZ.
Figure 14. 1 1/4 positive spins followed by a same direction negative snap.
Basic judging criteria for 9.9 and 9.10 snap rolls. In the execution of a snap roll, the competitor is expected to present these elements to the judge. First, the aircraft must be observed to rapidly pitch nose towards the pilot for a positive snap roll or away from the pilot for a negative snap roll. This motion must be clear and unambiguous. The nose of the aircraft must be observed to yaw into auto rotation. This can be simultaneous with the pitch. If the pitch and the yaw are not observed, the score is an HZ. The nose and tail of the aircraft must be observed to auto-rotate through the amount of rotation specified by the Aresti figure in use. The aircraft must not appear to return to the line of flight early and transition into a simple aileron roll. The judge gets the best view by looking at the tail of the aircraft, which must continue to show yaw and pitch while the center of gravity of the aircraft follows the line of the basic figure onto which the roll has been inserted. The aircraft must be observed to abruptly exit auto rotation and return to flying the basic figure in the correct attitude. Undershoot or overshoot earns a score downgrade. If the competitor undershoots the completion of the auto rotation and smoothly completes the rotation as an aileron roll, a score downgrade is earned for the entire part of the rotation that was an aileron roll. And if more than 90 degrees of aileron roll is observed, the score becomes an HZ.
Vertical up, 3/4 negative snap on the up, peel it. 4-point roll on the top. 1 1/4 rolls on the bottom, followed by an opposite direction 1 3/4 rolls to inverted. End figure inverted. Figure 3.
Aresti family 9 rolls and spins may be linked and may be multiple. Each roll or spin symbol signifies up to 360 degrees of rotation. Multiple roll or spin symbols may be combined with a line next to their points signifying up to 720 degrees of rotation. You see 3 examples in the middle of your picture. A complementary roll element may actually be composed of multiple rolls. Each individual roll of the multiple or roll combination may execute up to 720 degrees of rotation. You see 3 examples at the bottom of your picture. Aresti family 9 rolls and spins are added to basic figures to create complex, finished, and flyable figures. This is done according to the rules described here. Where the Aresti catalog diagram of a basic figure requires that a complementary roll element change the orientation of the aircraft from positive to negative or negative to positive, it is mandatory to add a roll or roll combination that implements the diagram change in aircraft orientation. Sequences of aileron rolls and/or snap rolls may only be constructed according to the following rules. The next roll element in a series of rolls must be a different type of roll than the one before it, or it must be drawn to be flown in the opposite direction. We have three examples here. In the example 1 on the left, we have two separate one rotation aileron rolls that may only be placed one after another if they are drawn to be flown in opposite directions. The second example in the middle shows a one rotation aileron roll followed by a snap roll. That snap roll can be drawn to be in the same direction as the aileron roll or opposite. The example shows the snap in the same direction. The third example on the right shows a 3/4 rotation negative snap roll followed by 2 points of an 8-point roll in the same direction, which is allowed because they are different rolls. There are special rules for spins. Only one spin element may be done on a vertical down line, and the spin is always the first element of a roll combination on a vertical down line. An aileron roll or a snap roll may follow a spin. A roll following a spin may be in the same or opposite direction, and only one roll element may follow a spin. When judging a competitor's execution of a roll combination, all of the previous criteria stated for judging how individual rolls are executed apply. Between one roll element and its successor, there may only be a very brief pause, long enough for the judge to identify the end of one roll and the beginning of the next. Multiple rolls may be flown to have the first roll executed in either direction, regardless of how the Aresti diagram is drawn. A judge must look at the Aresti diagram to determine whether the successor roll is to be executed the same direction or opposite.
Critères de notation. Particulièrement expert pour pouvoir différencier les uns des autres, et là il y a du niveau. Là il y a du niveau. Champion du monde aussi, c'est pour ça.